Well, a very good morning, Dirtfish friends. Oh, you can't compete. You can't compete with the sound of one of those World Rally cars. Morning, Dirtfish friends. Last morning here at the CER. And I'm going to introduce you to a new Dirtfish friend. This is James Bowen. James, you're our new staff writer at Dirtfish.
That's right. Good morning, Colin.
Good morning. Tell me what a staff writer does. Or tell our viewers what a staff writer does.
Oh, that's a good question. A bit of everything, I think. Writing, transcribing, coming up with new ideas for stories, lots and lots of sub-editing, creating the lovely pages we see on the website.
Can't wait to see some of the stuff on the website from you, James. And you've been here, this is your first event, and you've been here since day one of the event with Skoda.
That's right.
Been having
with
fun?
Skoda. Having a great time, yeah. I've snuck out today, though, to come and look at some cars with you, Colin.
This. And how wonderful is this? We're not actually too far from where we were yesterday. That little village up there was stage end of the second stage in the loop yesterday. So it's a very similar area to where yesterday's stages were. But the big difference we have this morning, folks, is the weather. It is glorious. We had the most incredible sunrise this morning. The countryside is absolutely looking at its finest. Not too cold either. Interestingly, there are options out there this morning for tyres, James. A lot of the drivers going with a mix of hard and soft compounds. The wets have well and truly been left behind.
Yeah, and that's great to see, because we think we're going to get some drivers having a bit more fun, having a bit of an attack this morning.
Let's just go and see if we can get a quick word. Elvin, a very quick word. The car, 100%?
Yes, thank you.
Good. And tell me about the approach this morning.
Just try and get a feeling and then see what's possible on power stage.
Great to see you back out, Elvin. And Scotty there. So there we are. Yeah, the car, as we suspected, 100% fixed. It was really unfortunate yesterday. You know, it did look badly damaged. It was suspension damage, really. They put the panels back on. They've sorted that suspension out, and he is back out this morning. You know, we've seen it before. Margam Park, what year was that?
98.
98, Margam Park, when, you know, Tommy Mäkinen was on the plane on his way home to Finland, wasn't he?
He basically was, yeah.
So it has happened before. It wouldn't be an enormous surprise to see something happen today, but the weather conditions are more conducive to good, safe driving. When we have the unpredictability of rain, of mud, of a slippery surface, that is when we know that absolutely anything can happen. These conditions, yeah, you know, they're a little more benign this morning.
They are. So really, it shouldn't be too difficult a job for Kalle Rovanperä, but again, we can't say for sure. We can't say 100%.
Absolutely not. Really difficult to talk over these cars, and I'm not going to try. Our friend Katsuta Takamoto-san. Let's have a word with Takamoto this morning. Looking around, what's he got on here? I'm not sure. They're covered up. We've seen this before. They cover up the markings so that we don't know. Something that Katsuta likes to do. Takamoto, he likes to have a look through. Very good morning, Takamoto-san. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, very good. Nice weather, so finally feels good from the weather.
It's going to be an interesting day because you've got to kind of change your approach. You've been obviously all set up for wet, slippery conditions, but today it's a different style of driving with the dry conditions.
Yeah, for sure it's quite different, and today it seems to be quite a pure tarmac on the fast line especially, so for power stage still a lot of cutting, so I guess still not so easy.
Ooh, that could be interesting with the hard compound tyres if we get some mud on the surface.
Let's see. I don't know. I hope, we took the right choice, but let's see.
Yes, a lot of drivers have gone out with a mix of the hards and soft. Best of luck, Takamoto-san. Let's wander around here. Let's have a quick word with Aaron, because I never, ever ignore Aaron Johnson. He's such a lovely chap. Good morning to you, Aaron Johnson.
Good morning, Colin. How are you?
I'm not as good as you. Not as good as you. But isn't this glorious to see a little bit of this wonderful countryside?
Yeah, it's nice, especially when the weather's dry.
We just haven't seen it in 3 days. All we've seen are low clouds and rain and mud.
And mud, yeah, plenty of mud, but hopefully today we can go racing.
You're looking very relaxed. What do you make of your driver's form so far this weekend? He's done a good job, hasn't he? He's been anonymous, but sometimes that's good.
Yeah, I think he's had a strong weekend. It's always mixed conditions that we were struggling a little bit before, but this weekend I think our pace has been really good, and it's a good stepping stone moving forward on the tarmac rallies.
Stepping forward to the next one. Best of luck today out there, Aaron. Really important, isn't it, James? You know, Takamoto Katsuta, he took that wonderful podium in Japan last year. Japan is the finishing round this year again. just building that confidence, that momentum ahead of Japan, so important.
Super important, super important. And he's done a pretty good job this weekend of that, I would have thought. So,
Yeah, I might have sounded a bit rude when I said he's been anonymous. What I meant was, he's just, there's been no dramas out there for him.
no,
And-
exactly.
And considering the conditions, to have a drama-free weekend is a huge positive.
Yeah, I mean, not even Kalle Rovanperä has managed that, so he's not done a bad job, old Taka.
That's a very good point indeed. Now, who's this? Guess.
Oh, is it Kalle? No, it's Seb.
There we go, that's Seb Ogier heading towards the opening stage of the morning. What shall we do? I think we'll go and chase some cars.
Shall we
Fancy
do
a bit
that?
of a chase?
Yeah, let's go
Let's
watch
go
some
chase
cars.
some cars. Well, we've come a little bit further towards the start of stage 15. The battle we're watching, we've already talked to Takamoto Katsuta. The battle is with Teemu Suninen, 10 seconds in Katsuta's favour. What is the plan this morning, Teemu?
Do my job. And let's see what we can do.
Does that mean trying to catch Katsuta or just keeping it steady? It will be a good finish to finish where you are, but I guess you want that position.
Yeah, I try to keep the pressure on and see what we can do and see what's his reaction. And still 10 seconds, it's just one stall, one mistake, so anything can happen.
And a different challenge on those hard compound tyres this morning.
Yes, it's something new for me, but I have had a challenge in every day, so I'm ready for it.
It's great stuff indeed. I do like the look of Teemu Suninen this year. He really is absolutely motivated and up for it. And obviously Markula as well. I keep getting that wrong. That's terrible, isn't it? It's too early in the morning for me. James, it'll be an interesting one watching these two boys out there this morning. But as Teemu said, hard compounds. He's new to the car. He's new to the team. Hard compound tyres for the first time, really, for him. You've got to hope that he quickly gets on top of those.
Yeah, not ideal when you need to push, but we'll see how he gets on, Colin.
We will. Good luck today. There we go. And let's go see if we can find Seb Ogier, shall we? Well, proper chasing out here in the countryside. I think we're in Austria. Where are we, James?
We are in Austria,
We
Colin.
are in Austria. Lovely. I've been a little confused. It all looks beautiful, whether we're in Austria or Germany. And a man who knows how beautiful Germany is Sebastien Ogier, who doesn't live too far from here these days. Seb, these conditions are far nicer for tarmac rallying than we've seen all weekend. What is the plan out there this morning?
Enjoy these last stages. Unfortunately, gap are too big to have any real fight, so just try to enjoy.
Can you kind of in some ways use it as a bit of a test for Japan?
Characteristics are very, very different. It's pretty fast today in there, and Japan, like we know, it's extremely twisty, so you can hardly use that as a test.
Oh, that's very true indeed. What have you made then of coming into Austria and Germany this weekend? I've really quite enjoyed it. It's lovely to discover a different part of the world, and the stages look fantastic, if challenging.
Yeah, challenging for sure. With the weather, it was kind of expected at this time of the year. Obviously, the only negative point of this weekend is the amount of road section we had, like so much time, and like it was quite exhausting for us. And for that should be a learning for the future. Try to make that part better, but otherwise, for sure, there is potential to make nice rally.
There really is. Seb, we'll leave you to it. Always a joy to catch up with the champ. And Vincent, just again doing his job. Really unfortunate breaking that wheel, James, on the opening stage. Ogier is all about winning. He's all
Absolutely.
about winning. And first stage proper on Friday morning, sorry. First stage proper on Friday morning. To lose it there, really difficult to find the motivation for the rest of the event.
Yeah, it must be very hard. But he says he's still got to enjoy today, and we should believe him. It's a lovely day. He's got a Rally 1 car to play with. What's not to enjoy?
Absolutely, and the most important thing is the fans are going to enjoy seeing, Sebastien Ogier out in the stages again. That really is the most important thing. Okay, doke. What should we do, Elliot? Should we head that way? Should we head up that way? We're heading up to a wee town, a wee village. We actually had lunch in that wee village the other day, but we're heading up there this morning, not to catch lunch, to catch more rally drivers. Well, do you know what, James? We love catching up with all of our drivers, because we love them all. But this morning in particular, this young man here is on the verge of something very, very special.
Could be a very big day for him, Colin.
Yeah, and look, isn't it great, Again, our sport is very, very special. 23 years old, arguably the best motorsport exponent in the world just now, standing in an Austrian valley, just checking out whatever he's checking out on his telephone.
Looking at Twitter, maybe.
Look, maybe, I don't know what he's doing, but it is just the incredible thing about our sport, isn't it?
It is. That's what makes rallying unbelievable. You know,
is.
just this backdrop and the sort of how human the drivers are.
The view's nice, Kalle. You're looking incredibly relaxed, I'd have to say. Not the biggest day of your life, that's for sure. That looks a bit odd there. Don't stand in that. Not the biggest day of your life. Maybe that was this time last year, but a huge day ahead, and I don't think we could have found you looking any more relaxed.
Yeah, it's hopefully gonna be a good day. I think this year is also quite important, like last year. So
It's been a different title battle this year for you, hasn't it? Have you felt that a little bit? That things have been a bit different in terms of how you've approached it and the competition you've had out there?
yeah, definitely it has been more pressure, let's say, to score the points all the time, and which was expected, that the cars are and teams are much closer to each other. So of course then it's not so easy to have easy results.
In some ways more satisfying as well then, isn't it, when you hopefully take that championship at 3 o'clock this afternoon?
Yeah, if we can do that, for sure, I think it will feel quite good. So
And you slept okay last night?
yeah, the 1 hour extra time also was good.
Yeah, and it was nice to see, because this morning we got up and we could actually see the countryside, where we've not seen the countryside in the mornings. Was there a special breakfast of champions?
No.
Not for you. We've not had breakfast yet, and not even coffee. Kalle Rovanperä, best of luck. You know, we talk about Kalle being the greatest motorsport component on earth. This man here could well be described as the greatest co-driver on earth right now. Joni, always good to see you. You're a man that's been around a little longer than Kalle, but he handles these things remarkably well. He just doesn't seem to get fazed by anything.
Yeah, but I guess it doesn't help you anything if you get like too anxious or afraid of the situation. So it's just do your job and it should be enough.
For you, do you feel a few nerves in these occasions? I mean, you know, you joined Kalle, what now, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, was it?
No, this is already our 7th year.
Get away!
Yeah, we started 2017.
7 years ago.
Yeah.
That's remarkable. Well, when you joined him 7 years ago, you must have known that these days there was a good chance they would come. But the realisation of those dreams, the realisation of all of that hard work, it must still be incredibly special.
Yeah, that's true. But to be honest, at that point of your career, when you basically come into WRC, you maybe don't think that you will get the titles. For sure, it's the goal for everybody, but maybe you don't think that much about it.
I think your driver wants you. I think he wants you. We'll leave you to it, boys. Good luck today. Oh, it's so wonderful, James, isn't it? It is so wonderful just to see these boys like that.
It is. And we can just roll up and talk to them, Colin.
We can, and I can't think of another sport. We're heading this way to see if we can find Thierry Neuville.
Okay.
Let's head off. Well, Rovanperä might well be the champion in waiting, but this man, Thierry Neuville, is the winner in waiting. Nice to see, well, some nicer conditions this morning, I suppose, Thierry.
Looks like, yeah, it should be a little bit more easy.
How difficult is it, though? You've had to find a certain rhythm, a certain style to deal with the wet, slippery, difficult conditions. You've put the hards on this morning. It's almost a different rally, isn't it, this morning?
Not the hards at the moment, still in softs, but yeah, it's a different day, different conditions. I mean, for us, it's just like, yeah, surviving, getting through on a decent rhythm, just to, yeah, keep the concentration, and that's it.
You've gone with the 5 softs, haven't you?
No, 4 soft, 2 hard.
Okay, and the thinking is that maybe the softs, because it'll get a little messier for you because you're the last of the cars.
It's still cold at the moment, but should be warmer. This for the power stage. So, yeah, 2 hards could be a small benefit.
Are you still thinking about the power stage? I guess you are just thinking about the win now. You know, the power stage points don't mean so much at this time of the season, do they?
Yeah, true. But yeah, in case of, we never know. I mean, we could still end up second in the championship. So you always try to take the maximum out of it. But the priority is P1 at the end of the weekend.
Oh yes, indeed. Best of luck, Thierry Neuville. We said from the start, James, that this was a rally that suited Thierry Neuville's experience, his knowledge, suits his driving style, and he's proved that all weekend. He really has gone from strength to strength, taking advantage of the opportunities that were presented.
Yeah, absolutely, Colin. And it's incredible to think as well that Hyundai have only had one win this season. And I think,
Is that right?
I think so. So
I'd
this would only
forgotten
be.
that. Have you only had one win this season, Thierry? How many wins have you had?
One.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. There you go. That is incredible to think.
So it's important for them to get a couple, one, maybe two more wins to end the season on.
That's a really good point. It is important. It's important to build momentum before the start of next year, because Neuville knows that the team have got a great chance next year of contesting the manufacturers. He also knows he's got the ability and the experience still to win the driver's title. And taking momentum into next year, so important.
Very important. So I'm being
You've been directed by David Evans, but that's okay. There we go. Yeah, really, really important. Best of luck. It's a quick one with Martin. We never like to forget. He's one of our friends. Martin, feeling good this morning?
Yeah, really good.
How challenging have these stages been from a co-driver's perspective? Because there have been a lot of changes to the notes, haven't there?
Yeah, I think the road sections are even more challenging for us because we need to correct the pace notes and pay attention on the road book. So a lot of things going on. So we'll be happy that we are in the Parc Fermé this afternoon. Yeah,
absolutely. Hopefully Parc Fermé on that top step of the podium. Best of luck out there, boys. There we are, folks. That is really that's a run through of our top crews here heading into the final day of the Central European Rally. I very much enjoyed these little morning wanders around the countryside in the Czech Republic, in Germany, in Belgium. It's been a little different. I've enjoyed it. Have you enjoyed
Austria, Colin, not Belgium.
Oh, why did I think Belgium? We're
Because
nowhere
the
near
Belgian
Belgium.
crew.
Well, I'm glad you're already putting me right, or keeping me right, yeah. I've had a wander through the Belgium countryside in the past, just not today. Just not today. It's been great fun, folks. There's an awful lot to come today on Dirtfish. Keep a very close eye on all of our social channels, on our YouTube channel, our Facebook channel, our Instagram account. There's a lot to come as we potentially, more than likely, crown Kalle Rovanperä as a 2-time World Rally Champion. James, a final word from you. Tell me your highlight of your weekend so far in Austria, Czech Republic and Germany.
Apart from the food, which has been excellent, it's got to be yesterday, being just kind of within sight of Elfyn Evans having his very unfortunate barn excursion.
You were there, weren't you?
I was there, yeah.
So tell me what you saw and what you heard.
Well, we'd seen cars go. It was an uphill kink left into a kink right, and all the cars have been very twitchy through the left. So we saw Elfyn go through, got a bit twitchy through there, and then he just kind of popped over a crest and behind a house. But just before he did, you could see him missing the corner.
Whoa.
And then the crowd gave the reaction.
Yeah,
And you knew something pretty bad had happened.
Never good to see any accidents, but to experience something like that on your first rally.
Yeah, I was there.
To experience the drama and the excitement. There we are, folks. Keep an eye again on the coming weeks and months for James's pieces. There'll be plenty of them on dirtfish.com and throughout the Dirtfish social channels. We are heading off to see these guys at the end of stage 10. Dirtfish Live Centre is where you will see us. But for now, from myself, from James, from our potential rally winner, it's a very good morning, and we'll see you later.